Permanent Secretary for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Esau Nancy, National Disaster Council members, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Mulabinaka, and greetings to all. It is indeed an honor for me to officiate the launch of the 2015 National Disaster Awareness Media Campaign today with the theme, Knowledge for Life. And on that note, I bring to you the apologies of the Assistant Minister who was to have officiated at the launch this morning. Unfortunately, is unable to be here due to unforeseen circumstances. Before I continue, let me first of all extend my congratulations to the New Zealand All Blacks for having won the World Cup for an unprecedented third time this year. And I'm sure the Flying Fijians will take a lot of courage from the achievement of the New Zealand All Blacks. On behalf of the Government of Fiji, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the New Zealand Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade for sponsoring this media advocacy launch and the disaster awareness advocacy campaign for the next 6 months. Fiji, through the National Disaster Management Office, has benefited immensely from New Zealand's continual bilateral assistance towards disaster risk management in Fiji. The theme for this year's media awareness campaign, Knowledge for Life, is coined from the organized SDR International Day for Disaster Reduction theme. It is adapted to suit the Fiji context with advocacy messages focusing on drought, cyclone, flood preparedness for the next 6 months. The El Nino currently affecting the country has resulted in a meteorological drought and dry spells.
I'd also like to acknowledge the very important presence of RFMF and the Fiji Police Force, key partners in disaster mitigation and disaster risk reduction. Thank you again for the opportunity to come along here as your guest to speak at this media launch. I'd just like to, at the start, Permanent Secretary, acknowledge the long-standing and really strong partnership that we have had between the New Zealand Aid Programme and actually beyond the Aid Programme, between New Zealand and Fiji's NDMO. It's a long-standing programme of cooperation, and it's one that I'd like to think is borne out of the fact that we do have many shared risks. Like Fiji, New Zealand is susceptible to natural disasters. We only need to think back to the Christchurch earthquakes, but we have our share of floods and earthquakes and other disasters, and disaster risk reduction and disaster mitigation are really important to us. And so we have things to share. And yes, I know you know this too, but we were glad to be able to help out with the current border issues, and that's another aspect of our cooperation here in Fiji. So thank you for the invitation. Permanent Secretary, yes, I think I was very struck by the wisdom of the theme, Knowledge for Life, and it made me think about, as you would have heard in the introduction, I had the privilege to serve and to work in a number